All right. Hello and welcome to the Loyola Phoenix's Production Night Sessions, our weekly live stream featuring an performing artist and one of our reporters who ask questions of the performers, similar to Audio Tree or NPR's Tiny Desk. This week's guest is Zoe Garcia from Sunday Cruise, and it looks like she has already requested to join, so let me get her in the stream.
I don't know if I set this up.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you all
All right. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for being here. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, my name's Zoe. I'm from Sunday Cruise. Yeah.
All right. You can go ahead into your first song.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Deep breath. You make me forget my own name, even though you never choose to walk my way. I don't wanna be in love, I just wanna be okay. If that's what you like to call this, anyways. This Friday night I will love you until I don't want to. And when we wake from our bad dreams, I will hate you until I miss you. Well, most days I don't even want to call your phone. You say you're not home or you're not alone, and I wanna believe your pretty eyes. Just know that you're mine anyways. Any day, anyways. This Friday night I will love you until I don't want to. And when we wake from our bad dreams, I will hate you until I miss you. This Friday night I will love you until I don't want to. pedal was like not right.
Woo! All right, our first virtual round of applause. We get some clapping emojis in the chat. For those of you that joined during the song, this is the Loyola Phoenix's production night sessions. And tonight we have Zoe Garcia of Sunday Cruise, a band from Elgin, if you are from the suburbs.
Sorry, I'm just checking some of my levels. They're like a little messy.
Electronics are finicky.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm like slightly out of tune, but I don't know where my tuner is, so.
It doesn't matter. It's more punk rock that way.
Alright,
I'm alright. So what was that one called?
That was Friday Night. That's one of our, like, I think it's our most popular, like, song, like, as just itself, like, a singular song. But, that was released, like, last year, so it's kind of on the older side compared to a lot of our other music.
A lot of your newer stuff. And on the topic of your newer stuff, congratulations on Am I Pretty hitting 100,000 streams. What does that feel like?
I don't know. It's like, it's pretty weird, I guess. I was talking to a friend, though, and with, like, all the circumstances with everything happening, I feel like it feels super weird, and it doesn't feel real, because, like, during this kind of break where we've all been home and I haven't even been visiting, you know, my friends or, like, my bandmates, like, nothing's really happening, you know, we're not playing any shows, we're not interacting with any people, but our numbers keep going up. And it's just so weird to see our numbers continuing to rise, but nothing's that's the only thing that's changing. I don't know, it's super weird. It's weird. It feels weird.
I'm sure. I mean, it's strange not to be, you know, out, especially supporting a big new release. It was, you know, the debut album.
Right.
The first full length. So yeah, no, for those of you tuning in, I was actually fortunate enough to speak with Zoe and some of her bandmates at the end of March when quarantine had just begun. And we talked a little bit about this release, Am I Pretty? And I noticed one of the songs, almost 40,000 streams on its own.
Yeah, yeah, that's so cool. That's another thing, like, that has, like, almost half of the album's streams. That's so, I don't know, it's super weird. I know I've been using TikTok to promote a lot of our music, and it's working. It's working. So, I don't know, it's pretty crazy.
So how do you promote your own music with TikTok? Are you doing, you know, dance videos with it? Are you singing along?
I kind of just use them in whatever. I roller skate, so sometimes I'll just, like, post videos of me roller skating and then, like, put the song in the background, or just, like, say, like, hi, I'm Zoe, this is my band's music, check us out. We had one video that anytime it gets posted, there's always at least a few thousand views on it, but it's like pictures from, so the album cover, we did a whole photo shoot, me and Cassidy, and we have a bunch of shots from that photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted a video with Friday Night behind, like, us just showing the pictures, and that got like 100,000 views, and that helped. That basically grew us. Like, that's what blew Sunday Cruise up, I think.
That's crazy. I mean, that's just wild. The 100,000 views on that video alone.
Right.
Probably the reason why Friday Night is your top song right now. Like, that's pretty cool, though. I mean, it's nice that, you know, that carried with it. I mean, obviously, this is kind of the age of social media promotion, things like that. Have you guys been mainly using TikTok, or has there been, like, other social media platforms that you've tried to, like, promote yourself on?
I feel like TikTok is the main one, just because I don't really know how to use a lot of, like, different stuff, like social medias. And I feel like it's just so that one's like, yeah, I feel like TikTok's the only other one because it's just so easy to use. And it's so easy it's either super easy for a lot of people to see the videos, or super hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So.
And it's music oriented, so that makes sense.
Right. So,
Definitely, at least a little more so than Vine was of, obviously
right.
other social medias in the same vein. So you
Uh-huh.
mentioned you started roller skating. Is that like a quarantine hobby that you picked up, or has this been like a consistent thing?
Um, it's like kind of a, like in a way because I bought my skates back in like December or January, but since I
Okay.
bought them in the winter, I didn't really get to skate outside like at all. And when like quarantine started and all of that, I was home. I wasn't doing anything else, like I was stuck at home and I was like, well, I might as well just, start really working on it cuz when I started, I like worked on it a little bit in like February and I can't skate. Like when I started, I can't skate. I couldn't even I could go like 4 or 5 feet and then I had to sit down because I was going to fall. Like and now I can skate really well, but I guess I just like I started working on it like every day for hours cuz it was like some like I can't really
It's
do anything
something to
else.
do.
Right,
It fills the
exactly.
time. Yeah, honestly, I
Exactly.
think that's been probably the toughest part of quarantine is just filling time.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
know you've been filling some time recording some stuff, putting it up on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Are those going to be like demos for Sunday Cruise, or is that like another project for you entirely? Oh,
Battery thing just came up. I
no,
just
you're
got
good.
yeah, I'm good. They're kind of just demos, I'd say. For Sunday Cruise. A couple of them are kind of just like, oh, I want to put them out, but I don't want to do anything further with them. And I kind of just put them there. But sometimes I'm like, this sounds really, really good, and I want to put it out, and like I just put it out, even though it's gonna be like something for Sunday Cruise. Like Pretty Baby is a Sunday Cruise song. I think there's another song that I did with the ukulele that we're gonna change to like fit full band. And I don't know, it's kind of just like whatever I do on my own, I put on my like SoundCloud, and then whatever we all like a lot, we'll put it on Sunday Cruise.
It's like a trial run almost of the
Pretty
songs to
much,
kind of
yeah.
see like, do we like this one? That's pretty cool though. It's a good creative outlet, obviously, during the quarantine, and
Right.
it gives you that kind of, does the rest of the band like it yet?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's did you say a question? Was it does the rest of the band like it or
Oh,
was
no, no, I was just
it
saying
statement?
it's a good way
Okay.
for them to, like you said, see if they like
Right.
it.
Yeah. So I mean it's yeah, it works. It's cool. I don't know.
It's nice. All right, you can go into your next song if you'd like.
All right. I think I'm like figuring out like I wrote down the songs that I'm gonna play. I just don't
It's
are
like a
nice. Can
loose
you
set list.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I think I hope I don't bother you if I choose to double text you. Will you hate me for eternity? Oh, yeah, there we go. Will you lie through your teeth and say you need me and call me your baby? I hate when you save me. I hate when you're crazy about all the sorry. So pretty baby, don't try to save me. If you shoot up gum, just spit it out, just spit it out. Let me count the lies along your mouth and all around. With a head full of love for lust, I long for love. I long for love. Ooh, 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 ooh. Lie through my teeth. You don't need me to say that you mean it, but it's too hard to speak. sleep alone on the mattress, covered in my old dreams. Lie through my teeth. You don't need me to say that you mean it, but it's too hard to sleep alone on a mattress, covered in my old dreams. Lie through my teeth. You don't need me to say that you mean it, but it's too hard to sleep alone on a mattress, covered in my old dreams. I hope I don't bother you if I choose to exclude you. Will you love me for tonight, baby?
Ooh, more virtual applause, clapping emojis in the chat. For those of you just tuning in, this is the Loyola Phoenix's production night sessions, and we are here with Zoe Garcia of Sunday Cruise. So I know we talked a little bit about your past releases and past stuff before, but I wanted to ask, because something from your past changing a little bit. They just announced the Elgin Battle of the Bands is going to be completely online this year. What are your thoughts on that?
That is, I don't know. I like saw it and I was just like, that's interesting. I feel like it's kind of sad because I feel like doing all of that, like the Battle of the Bands, the whole experience, I feel like it's different when it's in person. It's more personal. It's more just like, I don't know, you literally see everyone. And I feel like it being online could either, like, it could be really like a good thing and really like work. But I don't know. At the same time, it's just like, it's so sad. Like, I would go, I was excited to go to, see the Battle of the Bands and stuff. Now that's not happening with a lot of shows too. So I don't know. It's kind of like a little sad.
I know I keep
But
getting like ticket notifications that are like on my phone and my calendar that are like, upcoming event. And I'm like, no, it's canceled.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, right. Like I'm convincing myself that like it's totally fine. It's not happening. I'm gonna go to Side Street Studio Art. I'm gonna watch bands battle. It'll be okay.
Right. And then, oh, yeah, I know. I know the feelings.
And I know they mentioned, they were kind of teasing that there's going to be a former winner that or some former winners putting out new songs with it. I wanted to ask, are you guys part of that or are
No.
playing a part? Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask because I know you guys were the 2018 winners, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in good company. I mean, the year before, Mount Pocono, can't talk tonight. Um, another Chicago staple, and bands like that. So it'll be interesting to see how this year's winner,
Right.
turns out afterwards. Do you
Yeah.
have any advice for the participants or, anybody that's going to be competing this year and future years?
No, I'm not. My mom was just. I'm not. What was it? Oh, you said any advice for them. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I don't really know. A lot of advice that I would have would be like kind of if it was with, in person with people, because the Battle of the Bands was my first show. That was the first Sunday cruise show and the first show that we played in front of people that was like our own stuff. So I feel like I don't know, just go for it. You don't really have much to lose right now. I mean, and it's something to keep you busy. So I feel like, yeah, just go for it. I don't know. With the circumstances, I don't really know how they're playing it out online. So I'm kind of just like, I don't even know.
If I remember correctly, they're doing like video sets.
Hmm.
So it's like,
Are they
I
like
don't know.
mailing them in and then people are gonna go vote online?
I think so. If I remember correctly, that's what the Facebook post said. Is that
All
they're going to
right.
do video sets, and then at the end they're going to have the winner debut a new song. They're going to have a past winner debut a new song. And I think that it's going to be pretty drawn out because I think they're doing one round a weekend as opposed to, they would do the 2 a week in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking there couldn't be that many people because Mount Pocono isn't they're like broken up, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so is Home Burial, and so is Oceans and Oceans, and so is the band before that, something Lion or something.
So we're narrowing it down.
I think
Maybe one of them are coming back. Who
maybe,
knows?
I don't know. Yeah, I was just like, I just had that thought right now. I was like, wait, there's not that many bands that are still together. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. So
Well, hopefully, maybe one of the bands will make a comeback. That would be an awesome surprise
yeah,
for
hopefully no
the
Pocono.
Battle of the Bands. And honestly, I think that would make up for obviously the tough part of this, it not being in person.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah. All right. Well, you can go into your third song.
All right, let me figure out what the third song would be. All right. Okay. Make up your mind. My insecurities are getting to me. Do you like the fact that I can't breathe? So call me, 'cause I'm lonely. It's been getting kinda scary alone, clenching my teeth, watching my anxiety get me. So call me, 'cause I'm lonely. So call me, 'cause I'm lonely. So call me, 'cause I'm lonely. And I'm biting my lips now, and I'm bleeding, but I'm numbed out, and I'm numb now.
Woo! All right. Our third round of digital applause, something that we've been getting a little more used to over the
All right.
last few
Yeah.
weeks, few months. Keep
Right.
forgetting that it's been my God, it's been so long.
No, yeah.
Um, all right, for those of you joining us, this is the Loyola Phoenix's Production Night Sessions, and we're here with Zoe Garcia of Sunday Cruise. So I wanted to ask, obviously we talked a little bit about the Elgin Battle of the Bands. How has, I know Side Street Studio Art's been a place you guys have performed a few times. How have, kind of smaller venues affected you guys? Because I know a lot of them are struggling a little bit right now, and there's kind of a rally of support in the DIY scene to kind of save some of these spaces.
Right. Yeah, the smaller venues is really what matters. Every big band most likely comes from a smaller venue. Like, we got to start somewhere. And I feel like yeah, like Side Street, places like the 105, yeah, just like small venues, even people who like, I don't know. I feel like after a lot of this is over, it's gonna be a lot of house shows. But you know, a lot of the smaller venues like mean are a big part of like the scene and all that, because not only is it somewhere they're giving people a place to, you know, see bands and a place for bands to play, but it helps musicians get like more connections for sure. And that's the only way that like as a band and as an artist you're gonna grow. You know, you have to grow your connections. Because I mean, Sunday Cruise, we like started playing smaller venues and we just kept getting connections, and then we got to play places like Sub T, you know, and I feel like, and even Sub T, like stuff like scenes, like what's it called, venues like that are struggling too, like, but definitely smaller venues and local venues are just like such a big part of a lot of local scenes. And also like like younger people, you know, teens, to be able to go see bands play, especially because bigger venues like in the city, if it's with more local like local bands, I've noticed that they'll have like a age restriction on them. And I know a lot of the local like venues like in Elgin or Naperville or whatever, they don't really have that like age restriction, which is something that's really good because it gets younger people more involved with going to shows. And you know, when younger kids do go to shows, they like get inspired to make bands. I mean, that's what I did, and then I became one of the bands that, you know, play and that a lot of people want to see. So I feel like they're just really important because they like basically breed the bands and like help them, you know, get to a certain point until they're ready to move on to like a bigger venue, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it inspires, you know, this generation. And like you said, I mean, being a musician in your position that's, you know, just graduated high school,
Mm-hmm.
those age restrictions can definitely, you
Yeah.
know, impair that. I know that I myself have definitely been left out of quite a few shows because of age restrictions myself.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand. So yeah, no, local venues super important, especially with without those age restrictions.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Super important.
All right, well, you can go ahead and play your last song.
All right. All right. Um. Let's see. Okay. All right. Can you tell me why you act so sweet, and when I realize that you don't need me, your eyes shine so bright when it's so dark in the night. Let's dance in my room and leave it all broken. You know that you stole it this time. It was frozen, so take off your glasses. Let's make out for hours as all the time passes. Let's count all the flowers. And when I see you walking by my room at night, I get really scared, and then I start to cry. But that's all in my sleep, it's all in my dreams. Let's dance in my room and leave it all broken. Yeah, know that you stole it this time. It was frozen, so take off your glasses. Let's make out for hours as all the time passes. Let's count all the flowers. That's it. Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like we are just about out of time. So thank you, Zoe, for joining us, and especially for that last song. Thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in to the Loyola Phoenix's production night sessions. Remember to tune in next week right here, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time at the Loyola Phoenix Instagram. Make sure to keep up with the Phoenix on other social media as well. Twitter at PhoenixLUC, on Facebook as at the Loyola Phoenix. And you can also subscribe to our newsletters for reminders that these live streams are happening, as well as getting the latest news from Chicago and Rogers Park right in your inbox. Thanks again, and we